In the spirit of every man, in the heart of every woman, in the soul of every culture, lies a story that must be told. The making of Ang Lee's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. In the year 2000, the year of the dragon, Columbia Pictures and Good Machine present an ancient legend brought to life. The highly anticipated Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Based on the beloved novel by Wang Dulu, with a spectacular cast and a world-renowned director. This is sure to be one of the biggest motion picture events of the year. Visionary director Ang Lee returns to China for his first Mandarin language film since Eat, Drink, Man, Woman.
Martial art films has always been one of the main entertainment in Chinese society. So I grew up with it. You know, I got fantasies about it and the things I wanted to do, I wanted to try.
After a treacherous 5-month shoot at exotic locations throughout the mainland, including Beijing and the Gobi Desert, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is breaking barriers in the art of movie making.
I believe that he would take it to give it a new dimension. He will give it something that we have not seen or we have not been able to touch on.
Melodrama, comedy, martial art, explosion, pulp fiction, you name it.
This will be a movie event that no one will want to miss. An action-filled, epic adventure with sizzling martial art sequences, spectacular swordsmanship, and groundbreaking special effects. Starring the beautiful and talented Zhang Ziyi, Chang Chen, the young sensation sweeping all of Asia.
所以你在心里头还是个小男孩，在寻找那些流星。
我是一个男人了，而且我已经找到最亮的一颗星。
The incomparable Michelle Yeoh, star of over 20 films, including her breakthrough hit, Tomorrow Never Dies. And also starring the legendary Chow Yun-fat.
剑法也是虚名，这把清明剑还是虚名，一切都是人心的作用。
哼，别到了庙里就说和尚的话，出招！
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon also brings us famed fight choreographer Yen Wu-ping of the Academy Award-winning Matrix phenomenon.
He is a man which I admire since I was young, before I was even a film student. He's a man of invention who cared for the traditional classic Chinese fighting styles. In some ways, we're the same because we're filmmakers. What I know about martial art, I've done my studies and did a practice, and I had ideas, but once you put it on screen, it's something else. It's choreographing. It's like a dance number. It's pure cinema. It's beyond language. It's pure energy and what looks good for the screen. I actually had a long debate about whether to use wire work or not. In other words, flying with Mr. Yuan I tend to think that's the great tradition of this fantasy martial art tradition, this genre. It has to. I have to face the Asian audience, which doesn't give second thought about it. It's used to it. I've been fantasized about doing it. I think somehow defying gravity, it's so exhilarating. I have to do it.
Yeoh has been doing martial arts for maybe 30 years or more. He knows every trick in the trade.
We use thicker wires we will remove in post, which will allow us to do more fascinating stuff.
With all of the complicated movements involved in creating the action sequences, experienced choreographer Yen Wu-ping was up for the challenge. In order to help Li realize his vision of gravity-defying acts, Ping put to work his team of specialists. A group of these experts assigned to each actor helps them to maneuver using a system consisting of wires, pulleys, and cranes. In this scene, Ping and his team orchestrate a complex sequence in which actor Michelle Yeoh runs up and down the side of a wall. They must first make sure that all of Yeoh's wires are properly fastened to her harness. When she is safely attached, Yeoh is sent into motion, hoisted up so she can run down the wall with seamless agility. Along with the coordination of Li's camera angles, this complicated scene becomes unbelievably magical, finally assembled in post-production.
You have 3 or 4 guys who is hoisting us up in the air and letting us down. So the timing of you and the 5 guys has to be so impeccable.
Biggest thing I learned from him is that martial art film has very little to do with martial arts. It's cinema, it's expression. And it's my luck to work with him.
With such an ambitious undertaking, the filmmaker enlisted the support of the Academy Award-winning special effects team from The Matrix.
Working with Ang Lee was a real pleasure. He was very open to suggestions, but also was very clear on what he wanted.
Using computer-aided pre-visualization in planning how live elements should be shot, Rob and the team were instrumental in making the impossible possible.
This was an ideal situation for us. We were involved at a pre-production stage, so we got involved with the storyboarding side of things, the pre-visualization, and then we also went out and supervised many of the major special effects out in China.
Like a jigsaw puzzle, they were able to combine live elements from various takes and setups to seamlessly create one exciting sequence.
There was, for example, the moon pool shot. It was originally going to be more of a wire removal of the 2 characters chasing one another across this lake, but it soon became apparent that the physical limitations meant that it was not going to be achieved in camera. What we had to do then was take plates of each of the 2 characters, select certain sections that were working, and we then had to do digital transitions over the sections that weren't working. But to get the feeling of that flying was certainly a new look for us.
Even with extensive planning, changes had to be made on the fly, as in the electrifying forest battle scene.
We had put together the pre-visualization, we're getting a better idea of the shot, but even when we were out there shooting it, we were still not 100% sure of the best route to get the final shot. We were very confident with the sections where they came through the trees and danced across the lake, but it was the top section through the trees that we were not sure whether we would have to go back and reshoot some green screen at a later stage. As it turned out, the production set aside a day to shoot the characters just coming through another part of forest. We could isolate those and slot those in. It was a creative process, the pre-visualization, not only to understand Ang Lee's view of the shot, but also to help us to figure out how to do it.
When the shot didn't look right, Rob and his team used computer-generated elements.
This is an example of enhancing traditional techniques of filming everything in camera. It involves a disc throw. This is the initial plate as filmed with her tossing the disc. You can see how the disc doesn't exactly have an impetus of doom. It's flying up flat to his head. So we then paint out the disc after the throw. We composite in a CG disc that flies towards his forehead, and this is the finished shot.
Many of the special effects shots had to be built from scratch, as in the creation of Old Beijing.
When we were out in China, we shot various angles from roofs of old parts of Beijing. We shot a 1/15 scale miniature. There's actually a tourist attraction out in Beijing. We then pasted those digitally and put together a map painting, and then had to add in movement to give life and animation. We did that on two main map paintings, a daytime shot of Beijing and a nighttime.
Along with the technical challenges, there were also physical challenges to deal with.
Some of the locations that you see that are so unbelievably beautiful required a fair amount of traveling and hiking to get to, particularly in the Huangshan Mountains, where there's sheer vertical slopes climb up. The whole film crew got to the top of this. It's quite extraordinary. It was worth the journey.
Although a lot of the film involves martial artistry and visual effects, director Lee also put great emphasis on the emotional storytelling aspect.
I like to deal with human relationship and circumstances, time changings, and social obligation versus free will.
For me, what has really worked is the way Ang tells the story when he's explaining to you which direction he is going. And there have been certain insights to a martial arts world that we have not been able to capture before.
The wuxia world, the hero's world, has the psychological gray areas which I get attracted to. It's a world of its own. It's a fantasy world of people who knows martial art, not only like a great skill, but was able to elevate their spirit to enlightenment.
In previous martial arts films that I've done, we've always put loyalty, honor, tradition, and martial arts ahead of everything else. But now he deals with emotions like fear, death, which is something that we have touched on, but we have not really truly explored in that way.
It's a very interesting, fascinating, externalized kind of world. When people can fly, anything could happen. Maybe there's a chance you cut through it and drive into the emotional core more easily.
This role is definitely very challenging, this whole movie. First with the language, because we are speaking in Mandarin, which is definitely not my first language. Ang is very meticulous. He wants you to say it how it should be said.
Physically, they have to be a fighter and an actor. And while filming, they have to do both jobs.
Having to remember the martial arts movements as you are speaking and remember the role that you are playing. So suddenly your mind is overcrowded.
In the martial arts scenes, you want to keep a balance between the exhibition of great action and development in plot and character. The biggest problem with that is it could be dangerous because they won't be focused on just the physical side of it. They have to act.
我记得我第一次就拍第一个打的镜头的时候，我的牙齿都在打抖，真的很紧张，然后慢慢适应吧，我觉得。
One thing about Ang, he knows what he wants, and if you don't hit his mark or his moment, you will have to do it again. Then you as an actor is assured that when he says it's a good take, that check the gate, you know, then you can sit back and go, I must have given him what he needs.
They scare me a little bit. To put people in your fantasy and have their risk their lives and on wires and doing lips, and sometimes I feel bad about it.
I think this is all in all like a learning experience for each of us. We've got an incredible crew. It's quite a sort of a chop suey in the Chinese way of saying, you know, Taiwanese, Hong Kong, China, and America all coming together in this one movie. It's taking and giving to each other. And it's a very happy camp.
West is learning the East is learning the West. Now it becomes a one world now. The Hollywood people are learning from us, and later on with learning from all the knowledge, the technology from Hollywood. We are not talking about the East and West. It's kind of a family now.
Somehow I think everybody wants this to be realized as an incredible dream, that we all sort of put ourselves together and work towards the same goal.
I found it's kind of ridiculous, like a bunch of adults were doing this. It's so much fun.
No major motion picture is complete without a beautiful music score to complement the story. And crouching to these creative elements, all of the months of production and post-production all come down to one definitive question. How will the audience respond? If the reaction at the 2000 Cannes Film Festival is any indication, then the answer is clear. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is destined to be a huge hit with audiences worldwide. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Experience the magic for yourself.